Good afternoon everybody, it's Shaun here from Abbfabb Grooming Scissors. As promised, I said that I would run through how to set the scissor tension correctly. I do have a variety of scissors with me today just to show you and demonstrate, what does it mean when the tension's too loose, what it means when the tension's too tight, and obviously how to correct that. So first off, I will show you a pair of our 7.5-inch curved scissors. Now, to demonstrate how to test the tension, you hold one of the finger rings, you pull the other one back till you get at a 90-degree angle and you let it shut. The fact that it slams shut instantly shows you that the tension on this particular scissor is far too loose. In order to correct this, you've got your beautiful jeweled screw here, which means that you can actually, because it's raised, you're able to use your fingers to change the tension. And obviously, please bear with me on this. I'm learning how to use the camera so you can all see these scissors properly. So, in order to change the tension on this particular scissor, the general rule is righty-tighty, loosey, lefty-loosey. So, to tighten it, you turn to the right. So, I will just turn these around to make it show you a bit easier. So, I will now turn the tension screw 1, 2, and we will test it again. So I bring the blade back up to 90 degrees. It still slams shut, so I need to turn it possibly 3 times to the right. Nope. So I will try it again. We're getting there. Because the reason why I'm doing this slowly is because what you don't want to do is tighten them so tightly that you end up breaking parts of the scissor. So we are getting there. What we are looking to achieve is where we go from a 90-degree angle, we are looking to achieve almost a 45-degree angle. So this is how I will send your scissors out. Every single pair of scissors that I send out to you will always be checked because we want to make sure that you can use your scissors immediately. And obviously it's good practice, and that you know that when you get them, that they've been looked after, they're ready to go, and you don't have to worry about doing anything. So that's when the tension is too loose. Now here I have a pair of our 7-inch 50 tooth blenders. Now this, I've tightened these up. Normally they do come to us quite loose. I've tightened these up as a demonstration purpose. So again, to test your tension, you move one of the blades 90 degrees. Now that one stays open without any help from me. We know that that now is too tight. So in order to loosen the tension, we turn the tension screw. So we've got a beautiful lilac one here. We turn the tension screw to the left. So I will again do 2 clicks to the left. Nope. And again, I do this slowly and gently because I do not want to move. There we go. So that is what I'm looking for. It's particularly important when you come to setting the tension for the blenders and the texturizing scissors, which I will show you in a moment, because what we don't want is the tension being too loose or too tight. We don't want it on the straights or the curves either, but because the blenders and the chunkers have teeth, it's vital that the tension is correct. Well, the other thing we don't want to be doing as well is if the tension is too loose, which I'll show you with the texturizers. This is a pair of our 7.5 tooth texturizers, although this model is our left-handed one, just to demonstrate that we do look after left-handed scissors and check their tensions as well. So it's exactly the same principle. This one, again, I've tightened it up to show you that the tension on here is obviously very tight. Now, the one thing we don't want people doing when they receive their scissors, and I've got to be careful because this is a left-handed one and I'm right-handed, so I don't want to ruin the scissor. But what I don't want people doing is when they receive them, feel that the tension's too tight. And really, I'll demonstrate on the blender. So here's our blender. What I don't want people doing is obviously really slamming shut the blades, because that will cause, and I'm going to demonstrate it on the left-handed ones. If you create a lot of pressure from the teeth in order to shut the scissor, this is actually testament to how well our texturizers are made. After a while, the tension, or sorry, the pressure that you apply on the blades will cause, there we go, will cause the teeth to lock. Now it's only ever so locking slightly, but it just demonstrates and proves the point that if there's too much pressure on the scissor, the teeth will lock, and that happens with the blenders as well. So tension for preventing the teeth from locking is vital. So is scissor technique, but obviously we'll do that in another broadcast. So for the left-handed ones, it's just the opposite. So I will ensure that you've got to hold the scissor vertical, sorry. Now it's beginning to feel a little bit loose. So we keep going. There. And we have perfect tension. That is when you know that your scissors are ready to use. Tension will change slightly when you have a longer scissor. Now this is our 8-inch finishing scissor, again with the beautiful blue jewel. Tension screw used obviously to tighten. I know from this one that this is perfect tension. But when it comes to the longer scissors, just be mindful that you won't get exactly the same as you would with a smaller scissor. This in fact is actually our new 4.5-inch detailing, but I'll run through that one in a moment. So in terms of tension for longer scissors, again exactly the same principle. If it's too loose, too tight, you turn it to the right to tighten it and to the left to loosen it. But again with longer scissors, just be mindful, you may not need to do that as often. Okay, now that is our tension screw. So we've got these beautiful green screws, and I know they come in lilac, pink and blue. But what happens when you have a tension screw that's a ball bearing screw like that? These are actually my favourites because I know that once the tension is set, it's fairly difficult, unless you've been doing a lot of grooming, to change the tension. Unfortunately, the only downside with these, despite the fact that they are beautiful, is that hair can snag in them and you can end up changing the tension by accident whilst grooming. So keep an eye on that as well, and throughout the day just check that the tension is correct, because what you don't want to be doing is creating any additional pressure to your scissors. Now, as I demonstrated just a moment ago, so like I said, these are our new 4.5-inch detailing scissors. The tension on this one is extremely loose. Now, in order to change this one, we have our tension key. Now, all these turning keys are designed to fit various sizes of scissors. Now this one, because it is a very, very small scissor, oh, wrong way, as you can tell, we only need the small key. So what we do is exactly the same principle. We've got to turn the key to the right to tighten it and to the left to loosen it. So all I'll do again is I will move the blade, hold it obviously vertical, don't have it slanting, you've got to hold it upright. So we know that that's loose. So I'll use the small key. Oops, sorry. Make sure that the blades are closed and they're supported, and you turn it 1, 2, you will hear a clicking. So there we go. So that's the key. They do come with your scissors when you buy them from us, but obviously if you don't have any, then please let me know and I will more than happy to send them up to you. So that's it. Now, as I said, we always check the tension before the scissors come out to you, because what we want to make sure is that you can actually use your scissors when they arrive to you. If you've got one of these with the jewel screw, just make sure that you're checking the tension throughout the day. And it's also vital that once you've finished with the scissors for the day, make sure that they're clean and tidy, there's no residue or moisture left on them, and just check the tension. Following morning, or if you've not used them for a couple of days prior to you actually going to use them, again, just check the tension, because what you don't want, is just faffing around for 5-10 minutes, fiddling about with that. And if there's any questions regards to this, obviously please let me know. This is a new feature and I'm still learning how to do these videos, so if I've looked in the completely wrong direction, do apologise. If there's any thoughts and feedback, please let me know. And you know, otherwise we'll see you shortly. Amelia, our guest speaker today. We all know her from Nanny's grooming videos. Say hello, Amelia.
Hi, my name's Amelia. Please follow us. Please follow Abbfabb Grooming Scissors on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn.
Thank you. See you later. Bye.